Resurrecting Ralph is proudly sponsored by my friends at One Click Print. However you want your prints, they offer quality and premium service on a variety of materials. Visit them at oneclickprint.com. Hi guys, Ralph here. Part 2 of the Atari ST Part 2 whatever series. Right, first one, obviously we got the idea of we weren't going to change over the case on the other one. We're going to keep that as is. That's my little thing, whatever, it's not a problem. This one has no power. So, off screen I've been testing a little bit, so let's get the actual gubbins of this out of the way. And you might notice no power supply in the back. The first idea on testing this was the power supply. Now, I don't want to electrocute myself. This comes out via 4 screws off of the plate. That comes out as it's a separate unit. Comes out, well, we'll figure that out in a second. Actually, that way around. But I've undone the actual switch. Now, I've got a funny feeling that it's a switch. So start off exactly where you start from. A lead in, and then the lead from that goes out to, actually, that right side there is the positive one. Top side here is a positive, comes out with the black cable comes into the switch then goes off to here, and that then goes on to the L for live, which is fine. The white cable is exactly the same, comes out from this side with the red connectors onto it, white cable into the switch and back out again. Now, I thought one of these white cables was cracked because the black seemed perfectly fine. Switched it on, switched it off, this would beep. So that I thought was fine. The white cable wouldn't, but I'd moved the thing and it was kind of, it wasn't working. But what I have actually done, and I'll show you this, is the switch. Now, I've took the cables off, couldn't find a crack on these 2 white cables anyway, but to dismantle this switch, you're going to need to pull out or bend out these 4 tabs right there, and there. That takes this section off with the switch already on it. And inside here, there's 2 little pieces of metal that will rock forward, back, as you go, push it either way, because at the bottom of this plastic, there are 2 forks, which then basically push the metal part on or off the contacts between that part and that part. And if it's over there, it's on or it's off, whichever way, and then it's done, happy, sorted. It's pushing. Actually, I think that way is pushing away, so I might have got that the wrong way around. But that's not an issue for me at the moment anyway. So it's inside the 2 metal parts which lever it like that. One was covered in a lot of carbon, a lot of stuff, so it's always been shorted out a tiny little bit over the years. I've actually gotten now to the stage where it could be just that. And if it is just that, I'll be happier than anything. So this was very temperamental. That's not the right thing, that one there. It was very temperamental. Now, I can move, I can whittle. It's now giving me the beep on the white wires. So I think this could be a very easy fix for the power. If it is just the power, then I need to resolder this back on. So the white one goes onto the neutral one, which is over here. The black one goes onto here with a live through the board and soldered in onto these side here. Then these parts will be that way around. The earth screws onto the chassis, which is there. And I will try and put this into the Atari without it being fully into itself, but I am not touching it because I am that stupid. That's the problem. So now I need to resolder these 2 black wires, black and white wire, back onto the power supply and see if it's just a simpler case of the switch. If it is, proper winner, and we can get something sorted out. This is the first stage. This is the guy who sold me this was he can't test it, parts, spares, whatever. So if it is, and I haven't got to recap the whole thing, that's an absolute win. Now, power supply's in, the switch has been done. Like I said, I don't know whether or not the dot on it is the right way around or not. I can remedy that if I need to. If not, the dot means 0 and on means on. It doesn't matter at all. So I've remantled everything. Keyboard's in. That's on, that's there. I am not touching that, but I'm going to be touching the plug socket with this cable onto it. All I'm hoping for is this green light to come on. If it is, we can start testing more, because the power will be flowing through. The fuse is fine, that's working no problem. So what I need to do is stand back a little bit and switch on the power. Here we go. Right, so that means that either the switch is not on, or... So we'll turn you off, switch that to that way, and see what happens now. Oh, damn it. Oh, hold on. Ah, we have a light. We have a light. We haven't got a light. Oh, hold on. We have a light. We have a light? Maybe the keyboard's... Maybe there's a million things wrong with this. So that's off on there. Oh, got it right way around. That's okay. Well, actually, it's probably not, but hey-ho. So that does... Oh, that did turn on. So why is it not doing it now? I think I need a new switch. Or the power supply just decided to kill itself on me. Why is this not working now? Okay. I mean, there's no point in cleaning a lot of this stuff up in here, because it's still an ongoing project. I don't think that switch works right. Oh, I had a click then. There we go. So while the iron is hot and it's on and it's doing, I'm going to plug a cable in this to see if I actually get a picture on the screen. Now, just to point out at the moment, this is not exactly working, but I'm convinced that the power supply isn't that good. So what is going to happen, unless I'm getting sound and nothing else, it does kind of pop a little bit, so it is possibly working. I think what I might do, but I think, let me explain something. Let's get you in on the power supply, shall we? There's a tiny bit, what I can tell, apart from, well, I can say apart from the middles on these ones over here, which look perfectly fine because they've got like a Y shape and then a bigger Y shape, that doesn't seem... There's a tiny bit of a doming on that. Maybe even side of that one as well. Now it's turned off. I'm not convinced the switch is mended, although it does do something. Doesn't right around the live and the neutral, yep. Nothing. I can realise you can't see. That one is slightly doming. The only way I can test that is to destruction, is to leave it going and see if that domes up anymore. Or blows up. I don't want to show you that on camera because it's too blooming annoying. So we have got something running through, which this power supply may be very irregular and blowing up chips as it's going. But I need to let this do what it wants to do. I mean, I'm not convinced that this hasn't been played with before. I mean, fixing the switch, attempting to fix the switch, maybe one thing, but not saying any of the parts aren't repairable or not repaired. Because on the side of here, we've got, for some reason, we've got hot glue, which they didn't use in 1980, whatever. So I'm assuming that somebody has been through this. I can't visually tell if anything's wrong. Yes, this is covered in flux and crap, and that's not an issue at all. But that wobbles a bit. I'm kind of thinking, obviously the power's still on. Excuse me, that's a bit weird. Still got a light on. It does. The LED on the keyboard does light up a tiny bit. Not that. Nope. There is definitely something not right on this power supply. Either two things is possible. One, it's blown, it's done, it's dead, it's whatever, and recapping it will not really help anything. There's 8 caps on there to replace. Or two, I get yet another power supply that actually works. I've got 2 other STs over there. Yeah, I'll dismantle one of them, see what the problem is. Put it in and see if we can fix this. If not, I don't know. Let's turn off carefully. Power off. This will still have charge in it anyway, so be careful whatever you do. So, there's nothing definitely needed to earthed that I've done wrong. No, no, no. I'm going to get this out and try it with one of the other power supplies that I know definitely works. And if it is that's the only problem, we can work on that ourselves. Now, I've got the power supply from the STF in, yeah, it's slightly different. That's kind of different, that's different. The way the layouts and the size of the capacitors on the older one are different, but very much similar to as it should be. So, all being well, it does fit in, the connector bit's fine, same voltages, it should work. So, power supply in. Power supply is not switched on. Now we're looking down this bottom corner here, and we have a light. So I'm going to turn that back off again. Turn the TV over. AV2, and then on. Okay, that's not good. So it's giving the same thing again, but it is straight into that. So the power supply might be working, it could be further down the line. So let me swap this. Let's get the F back and put the power supply, the suspect power supply, in that and see if it will boot the F with that power supply. Okay, this is the F with the Gotek. This is the questionable, power supply. Let's see what happens when we plug in the monitor socket, which is that way around to there, the power socket, which is not on, so I can put that in there. So then power is now on. Okay, switch is not on, but lights on. Okay, we have a white screen in front. So, okay, that's weird. Hold on, wait a second. This is the boot up sequence. This is, we're not having anything in particular in there. Flash floppy there. Have I got anything on the Gotek? The Gotek is lit up, which has not got a disc in. It's trying to. I can hear buzzing. So that's the Gotek emulating the drive noise. So, come on. Now hopefully the screen should change to the white border with the green desktop if everything seems to be working fine. The red light's on the Gotek, the yellow light's on the drive, the green light's on for the power. It's still buzzing at me. Hello. I have got a desktop. Okay, so this power supply is actually fine. So what I've done with that, I've seen there's a green square, floppy A, floppy B, trash, desk, file, view, options. I haven't got a mouse rigged up, but I think I could. Yeah, you can hear that. Set preference. Oh, what was button now? Enter. Turn. Space. Up. Down. Left. Help. Insert with that there. I'm going to change resolution. Medium. Down. I mean, you can't see this, but anybody into STs will know exactly what I've just done, and it won't change resolution. Select medium, and I select OK, Won't change resolution, might be down to me with the mouse, but I have a desktop, so that power supply is actually working now. I need to test that, make sure. Okay, so we have fixed one part of the problem on this, which was the switch. And I'm happy enough with that now, showing the green light down there. Trying not to give it a short. The caps are fine. I'm still buzzing with the Gore-Tex. So that's one solution done. That switch was faulty and is now repaired. However, the other one has a motherboard fault then. Okay, so we need to dig in, put this back into that one and see what is wrong. It might be a RAM fault, it might be a ROM fault, it could be a processor fault, it could be a dry solder joint, it could be a million different things wrong with that board. But we are on a winner now. We are plodding along nicely. Right, this is where we are now. I've stripped down, top shielding, drives back in, the dodgy but now vindicated, happy power supplies in, keyboards on, motherboard. So this is now the FM. Right, so we have an E, an F, and FM. Right, but this FM doesn't really work. So let's try everything. Monitors in, power's in, keyboard's in. Let's turn her on now. Okay, green light is on. Oh, hold on. I have a white screen. I have a white screen, the drive's going. The drive is actually lit on the drive itself as green. Okay. The drive doesn't seem to be doing anything. So, like I said, I have two drives. There's a small possibility that, for one, that might be the wrong way around, because it does twist for the Gore-Tex. It might be the straight across for this. Nothing is working, nothing's coming on. I've still got a white screen, which is I'm happy with, should we say? I mean, I've got discs for this. I could try something. White screen is still on. It looks a really good picture, to be honest. As white screens would go, shall we say. So this is obviously real. That was me just moving. You can't see the screen, so ignore that. But me moving that. Hello. I have. It works. It actually ruddy works. Don't tell me this was all down to desktop info. Left. Gem desktop. 1985, 86, 87, 89. Okay. I need to know what the memory's on this. Oh, I can't do anything without anything installed, can I? Oh, it's been absolutely forever playing on ST. Set preferences. I couldn't get file deletes, yes. File copy, yes. File overwrites, yes. Let's try if I can get the medium resolution on this. That's selected. Yes. I've got the buzzy bee. The B is on there. In drive A is not responding. Okay, so there might be an issue with drive A. This could be the second drive that I have and not the proper one. But what I'm going to do is flip that round. So it's now upside down. Turn her on. Good voltage. I've got a white screen. It doesn't feel right with the cable folded like that. But the desktop is on. I'm completely green. There's no drives. So this is the right way around. So let me get a disc. Let's see if we can get something to play. Now, strange as it seems, I have a stack load of Amiga cover disc games, but I have the one from ST Action for this. So let's see if this is working. We're on. I just heard that click. It is reading it. You'll hear noises from the cover disc, hopefully. If not, it'll just boot straight to the Gem desktop. Come on. You know you want to work. You know you do. If this does, this is an absolute bargain of a ST that I've been creating over the past few months. I mean, yeah, it could do with a retro bright and a clean, but it's for another day. That is still going. I'm not entirely happy that's still going. My second drive is this one. I don't know why somebody's put Osmosis 15 whatever on it, but I don't know if this was an ST or that one's an ST, but I think I did do one. Kept one from an old build. That's not loaded. I'm on the desktop now. Let's see if I can read from drive A. B's on, because the if you know about STs, yeah, the arrow just changed to a B. Now that's not showing anything. Drive A is not responding, which could be that the disc is absolutely knackered. It says that while the the cover was open. So I need to turn this off. Try this drive, because this might be the original ST. I don't know. I have boxes full of stuff, and to be honest, some things I don't really keep a track of, but that's fine. So we'll have a look, see if this is actually the right one to put in here. Okay, tested this drive. This is, you can see the difference between, basically you got the power supply over the top of the ribbon cable connector. It's whirring, it's moving around, but it's not recognising the disc, and I've not put this one in. I've actually got an original copy of Operation Wolf, so I'm not convinced either, but I haven't tried Operation Wolf in the other drive. So while we're here, I can't see why I can't do this. Not without touching the places I'm not supposed to touch. Okay, so you're in, power's on. It's not stalled it. Let's have a look. I don't want to short that out on anything. Forgive my head. Oh, cool, now there you go. Right, let's try Operation Wolf. So I've got return on that one. I'll show you everything in a few minutes anyway. The light is just on. I've got, for no reason, I don't think either floppy drive work. It was recognising the disc then. When I put it in, it was showing the B. So let me reboot that one completely with Operation Wolf in. I do hope it works. I have tried from fresh boot with Operation Wolf in this. I'm running out of things to try for this, and it is working. That's a massive step. So I can hear it reading. I can definitely hear it reading. I don't know if you can. There's that tapping. So it's obviously trying to do something in its right format, whereas the other drive seems to be just spinning around and not really looking for anything. So it could be the head that's damaged on that anyway. There's nothing saying that this isn't perfectly good for being an ST, for an upgrade for an Ultra Satan. Double click on the floppy drive A. Does it give me anything? No, nothing. Try floppy disk B. This shouldn't do anything anyway. No, exactly. Another one do that. So you press alternate and then the arrow keys would move your arrow around the screen. It's not exactly where you want it to be sometimes anyway. But I'm thinking that's actually as good as I'm going to get. I'm actually happy with that. The board's fine. The board works. It's a 1 meg. So with that in mind, I think only thing that's wrong with this was the switch, and the switch now actually works perfectly fine. A little bit of clicking there as it booting up, white screen on there. It's just the yellow for the drive is on continuous from power. So I think it's not the right drive. If I took my Go-Tick, I'm not dismantling the other. That is definite no. But if I dismantled the other one to put the Gotek in here, the yellow light not on. Oh, the yellow light came on late then. The light's gone off. That's running that straight away onto desktop. Let's try that again. That's now running. Go on, boy, come on. Nope, that's not reading there's a disk there at all. One final thing. We'll change the drive around again to this other one, but upside down on the SCSI cable. Yeah, that's in there. That's over there. And let's just see one last go at this. Back his way around with the other drive in. Ooh, I started then stopped. Ooh, that is reading it. No, it's not. It's clicking. That's with the B, and that has actually stopped. Insert drive. So I do actually think we're on a winner there. That will go there. It would have been better if it went straight across, but I think it won't fit in there either, because that's be over there because the cable's not long enough. So that definitely can't be the right configuration for this, or that's not the right drive. I do think that if either one of these drives is the right one, it's not working. It's not reading, so it could be a strip down of the head, which I might have a look at and might not. While I'm here, they're actually inside there, right there. So quick clean could be in order, but they do look perfectly fine. Both look really good. So like I say, I'm not convinced if this is a PC that I've got off of a PC, or whether or not it's the right drive for this. But either way, I'm going to class this as an absolute win. And to be honest, I'm going to get you off the camera and finish this video where you can see this in action. Right, remember, if you want to see, let's have a look. White resistor there, red tape around this bit. I don't have another power supply that has that. So I'll take you off and I will show you this and the desktop in one go. Okay, I'm sure you don't want to see my ugly mug for too long anyway, but there, like I say, here is, and I just turn my monitor around, here is the ST, red tape there. We have a white big block resistor, capacitor, C1 there, but this is working. And if you don't see, oh come on, how am I going to do this? You have to use alternate and the arrow keys. Oh, you can hear that. That is actually definitely working. If you don't believe me, let's set the power supply. Sorry for being upside down. Let's set the power supply out of that. Reboot. And that should come straight on without much delay. I mean, how the hell am I supposed to put alternate and... There you go. I'm using my elbow. And yeah, it does work fine. I just don't think that the drive's working. So this is perfect for somebody to upgrade with a Gotek or Ultra Satan or anything that comes along soon. So I'm classing that as an absolute win, and I'm quite happy. I mean, you can resurrect an old system from parts that you can find from elsewhere. This was the only option for this. Somebody was selling a motherboard, someone was selling a power supply, someone was selling a keyboard. That's the whole idea, was it was to fix a keyboard with the whole start of this video. And then the case underneath was to try and do correct my little side mounted joystick ports, which on this one for the FM, but underneath like they normally are. Quite concerning why that's lit all the time. Well, because it's not got the power supply in. But still, it's definitely 1 meg because it's been soldered, upgraded underneath the power supply. So it's definitely 1 meg. If it was more than that, I think I would probably tell. But it's not. But it's done, sorted. And I'm really, really happy. And that's another one for the shelf. I just need to work out on something. I mean, it's a revision F2, quite a later one, I think. Yeah. I mean, I've got these two chips here, HD7. They do look very... This is what I get with these sort of power supply, the motherboards, is that chip right there in the centre screen is, yes, it's matte, it's done, it's whatever. The ones below it are very shiny, you can tell. So they've been very hot. Rest room, yeah, that's matte, matte across here. But it's very shiny, which means to me that has been overworked, or there's something not right there that's making that. Yeah. So other than that, this works fine. Done. Happy. Sorted. Double winner. Oh, I need to electrocute myself then. Right, so with that in mind, before I kill myself, please like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and I will see you in another video. Done. Happy. Very happy. I'll see you later. Bye for now.